Hi, this is Frances McCue, and I'm delighted to present to you a clip from a reading that I did this December at the Royal Room in Seattle with the fabulous musician Robin Holcomb. And so here I am reading a piece called Where Did You Go, Kurt Cobain? Where did you go, Kurt Cobain? Where did you go? Here's a 20 years later scream for you, boy man, Clorox-haired singer, and the pain amidst riches that songs could not cure. I'm banging the steering wheel in my sing-along way, and my screech heaves across the lake. Just down this boulevard, Kurt Cobain, just down here. You put a rifle to your chin, to your sweet blonde head, and I was humming, no, I don't have a gun, no, I don't have a gun. Whammy across the water, taunting, like all yesterdays, as the clap splat of the shot and the twang shriek of the song flipped back for years. And I hear it when I drive past, hear it at the beach, can't help singing even now, as you are the boy in long johns and smeared t-shirts, and me backstage while the scream still leaks into the Seattle we've sleekly become. All that glass and wood scrubbed free of moss. I was a teacher young then, and my high schoolers lit candles and put up Nevermind posters and bleach handbills, wanting to know how the world could be so damaged even when you were rich. And these kids were rich, some of them really so, like a quick and cheap heroin fix to a boy who slept on top of the radiator in class. I passed your old house, Nirvana boy, where a set of golf clubs rests against the big cedar gate, and grown-ups live there now. All the astrologers and dealers and hangers-on finally fallen away. Next to the park, with scorches in the bench, candle wax frozen on the planks, where kids sit as little proto-punks, showing up from Omaha or Asheville or Cheyenne, tossed here like you from a dead town like Aberdeen. I could have been one of them, and you too, lumber-numbed and netted from a storm, waiting to reappear. With everyone else, I went to Seattle Center for the memorial where Courtney Love screamed the suicide note over the speakers. And we prayed no kids would copycat your gun to chin, knowing that the bands back then opened a room where kids lived in dream, where they played music, plucked without scold, all the heroin they could shoot or hoof in the sway of being alive. Together, without real talk, just the old anthropology of riff and slouch, maybe making out at the Crocodile. And my own classes, so much British lit, so much bland. I wanted to have art repair things, and music console, even while we were singing. And I don't have a gun. No, I don't have a gun. Holding our books up to our ears and listening for clues. Boys knitted and girls twirled their hair, and we rattled through poems until they told us something. The big tarot of being alive. Boy by boy, the world came to our city, and the moss slid from old roofs, and windows glimmered in the mist. Long flannels and lumber plaids, and we became fashion. Writers grew into prophets with day jobs. At night, one of us swept the private school rooms along the Olmsted Boulevard where you lived, Kurt, the boy from Aberdeen, never in a classroom where azaleas bloomed outside and books lay on the table. Once you lived under a bridge rotting with barnacle stink and pulp. What else could you sing? But he likes to sing along, he likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it means. I was on my scooter past your place, and it was all police cars and crime tape, and people I had to go miles over the hill, over Jackson Street, where Ray Charles used to play, back to the school and the lawn filled with kids who were smoking and becoming little ghosts of themselves. What they'd grow into, our city shifting too, our planked-up taverns and beery docks and low-grade melancholy, giving into the plink-plunk of cellos and guitars all shiny, while old pool halls came down, and knowing it would go on and on, blonde and blood taken in, all the music pushed aside, tribes made, and broken ribbon of road, Lake Washington Boulevard.